Hi everyone and welcome back. In this lesson, we will learn more useful expressions we can use to talk about permissions. As always, let's begin with the model dialogue, and afterwards, we will explain all the expressions in detail. Are you allowed to work from home? No, we're not allowed anymore. We can work from home all the time. In the previous lesson, we focused on using the modal verb can and the verb let to talk about permissions. However, another key word is the verb allow. And to ask if someone is allowed to do something, we can ask a question like this. Are you allowed to work from home? Are you allowed to work from home? The key structure in this question is, are you allowed? And after this, we can use a to plus verb structure to ask if the other person has the permission, is allowed to do that verb. The verb in this question is work, and work from home is a common phrase we use to talk about working at home rather than working at the office. Here are a few more example questions. Are you allowed to leave the office early? Are you allowed to take your dog to the office? Are you allowed to nap in your office? Nap is a verb and it means to sleep for a short period of time. Okay, so let's now do a speaking practice of these questions. Are you allowed to work from home? Are you allowed to leave the office early? Are you allowed to take your dog to the office? Are you allowed to nap in your office? Great effort, well done. Next, let's take a look at how we can respond to this question. No, we're not allowed anymore. No, we're not allowed anymore. First, we can say no to say that I am not allowed. And then to answer in full sentence, we can say we're not allowed anymore. Now, although the question was directed at the speaker, as the speaker is referring to a rule that applies to everyone at the company, he or she can answer by using the pronoun we rather than I. After saying we're not allowed, we have this phrase anymore. Anymore is an adverb and we use it to talk about some situation that has ended. So we're saying that we were allowed before, but we're not allowed anymore. Anymore is generally only used in negative sentences or in questions. Let's do a speaking practice of this sentence. No, we're not allowed anymore. No, we're not allowed anymore. Great job, well done. Let's take a look at how we can say we are allowed to do something. We can work from home all the time. We can work from home all the time. Now, this sentence uses the modal verb can to talk about being allowed to do something. And what we are allowed to do is work from home. However, a useful phrase in this sentence is all the time. We use all the time to mean at all times or every day. So this sentence means that the person is allowed to work from home every day of the week, 7 days a week, if the person wants to work on weekends. Let's take a look at a few more example sentences. We can leave the office early all the time. We can take our dog to the office all the time. We can nap in the office all the time. Okay, so let's now do a speaking practice of these sentences. We can work from home all the time. We can leave the office early all the time. We can take our dog to the office all the time. We can nap in the office all the time. Excellent job, well done. Let's listen to the whole dialogue again. Are you allowed to work from home? No, we're not allowed anymore. We can work from home all the time. Okay, so let's now do a speaking practice of this dialogue. We will do 2 speaking practices and all the lines will be on the screen. So when it's your turn, please read the line and participate in the dialogue. Let's begin. Are you allowed to work from home? We can work from home all the time. No, we're not allowed anymore. Fantastic effort today. Well done. Okay, so in this lesson, we learned useful expressions we can use to talk about being allowed to do something. And we also learned 2 useful adverbs, anymore and all the time. The next lesson is the speaking drill lesson, and I will see you soon again in the lesson after that. Bye bye.